Before you say a word, before you send that message, before you do anything after someone hurts you, watch this, because most people get this completely wrong. They fight back, they cry, they beg, they make noise, and every single time, the person who hurt them wins. But there is another way, a silent way, and it is so powerful. The people who hurt you will feel it without you ever saying a single word. Today, I'm going to show you 4 silent behaviors that do something most people think is impossible. They make the people who hurt you regret it. Not because you forced them to, not because you made a scene, but because of what they see happening to you. Stay with me, because number 3 is going to change the way you think about pain forever. Number 1, you disappear, not forever, not dramatically, you just go quiet. That is no more checking their page, no more replying fast, no more making yourself available like you always were. You simply step back, and you become hard to find. Now, here is what happens inside the mind of someone who hurt you when you go quiet. At first, they feel good. They think they won. They think you were somewhere crying, waiting, hoping they come back. That feels good to them. It feeds something inside them. But then a day passes, then another, then a week, and you have not said anything. No angry message, no emotional post, no mutual friend reporting back that you are broken. Nothing. And that nothing starts to feel very loud to them. Because silence, real silence, is not something people expect from someone they hurt. They expect noise. They expect reaction. They expect you to chase them in some way. When you give them nothing, their mind starts working against them. They start asking questions they were not supposed to ask. Is she okay? Did he move on already? Why is nobody telling me anything? The disappearance does not look like weakness. It looks like power. And deep inside, they know it. Do not underestimate the weight of going quiet. It is heavier than any argument you could ever start. Number 2, you get better. Right in front of them. This one is cruel, not in a mean way, in the most honest way possible. When someone hurts you, they expect you to shrink. They expect you to fall. Maybe they have even told themselves a story about how you need them, how you cannot do well without them, how you are the weak one. And then life happens. Time moves, and they start seeing things, maybe through a mutual friend, maybe through something small online. Yep, maybe they just run into you one day, and what they see does not match the story they told themselves. You look good, not perfect, not fake, but good, like someone who has been sleeping well, like someone who has found a little more lightness in their steps, like someone who is okay. And that moment, that one moment where they realize you are okay, is the beginning of their regret. Because now the story they told themselves breaks. If you were the weak one, why do you look like that? If leaving you or hurting you was the right choice, why does your face not show suffering? You did not say a word. You did not plan this. You just kept moving. You just kept choosing yourself quietly, every single day. And that quiet choosing, it speaks louder than anything you could have posted or said or argued. Getting better is not revenge. But it feels exactly like it to them. Number 3, you stop needing their explanation. This is the one that changes everything. Listen carefully. After someone hurts you, your mind wants answers. Why did they do it? What did you do wrong? What were they thinking? You replay it. You analyze it. You want them to sit down, look you in the eye, and explain every single thing. And that need, that desperate need for an explanation, keeps you connected to them. It keeps you checking, waiting, hoping they will finally say the thing that makes it all make sense. But here is what nobody tells you. The explanation will never be enough. Even if they give it to you, it will not heal what it broke. Because the closure you are looking for is not in their mouth. It is inside you. The moment you decide you do not need them to explain anything, something shifts. Something in you becomes free, and something in them becomes deeply uncomfortable. Because as long as you are seeking their explanation, they have power over you. They know it. They feel it. Even if they never say it out loud, they know you are still somewhere waiting. But the moment you stop, the moment you close that door yourself, without them, quietly, on your own terms, they feel it, like a sudden cold, like something they did not expect, and a thought creeps in, a thought they cannot shake. Did I just lose something real? That thought is the beginning of regret, and you never had to say a single word to plant it. Number 4, you treat yourself the way you always wanted them to treat you. This one is so simple, but it hits so deep. Think about what you wanted from them. Kindness, patience, being chosen, being seen, being made to feel like you matter. You wanted all of that, and they did not give it to you. Maybe they gave you the opposite. So now, here is what you do. You start giving it to yourself. You take yourself out. You speak to yourself gently. You make choices that protect you. You stop saying yes to things that hurt you. You rest when you are tired. You eat well. You spend time with people who make you feel light. You become your own person. Now, why does this make people regret hurting you? Because people who hurt others usually believe one thing about the people they hurt. They believe those people will keep accepting less. They believe you will go find someone else to treat you the same way. They believe that is just who you are. When they see you start raising the standard for yourself, when they see you stop accepting less, when they see the version of you that refuses to settle anymore, the regret is not even about you. It is about them. They start asking themselves why they did not treat you right when they had the chance. They see what you were worth all along, and now that worth is pointed at you and not at them. You never made a speech. You never sent a final message. You just quietly decided you were worth more, and they felt every bit of it. Here is the truth nobody talks about. Silence is not weakness. Silence is not giving up. Silence is the language of people who have decided they are done proving themselves. People who are done begging for what should have been given freely. The 4 things you just learned are not games. They are not tricks. They are not ways to make someone suffer. They are ways to heal. And as a side effect of that healing, the people who underestimated you will watch and realize too late what they had. You do not need to be loud to be powerful. You never did. If this video hit something inside you today, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Leave a comment telling me which of these 4 behaviors feels hardest for you right now. I read every single one. And if you are new here, welcome, subscribe, because we talk about things here that most people are afraid to say out loud. I will see you in the next one.